Greek Titans. Who were the 12 Titans in Greek mythology? You may know the famous 12 Olympian Greek gods and goddesses, but they were not the first rulers in Greek mythology. So, who were the Titans? You certainly know of the Greek gods and goddesses, like Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades. But what about the Greek Titans? They play an important role in Greek mythology yet have not been popularized in modern culture. Stay until the end of the video to learn more about the 12 Greek Titans and how they fit into the Greek mythology you're familiar with. Out of the empty space of chaos came Gaea, the earth, Tartarus, the underworld, and Eros, desire. Gaea gave birth to the mountains, the sky, and the sea. She took her son the sky, Uranus, as her husband, and with him, she mothered the 12 Titans, the very first gods and goddesses, taller than the mountains they used as thrones. However, Uranus was disgusted by their next children, the 3 cyclopes and 3 monstrous sons, each with 50 heads and 100 arms, and he threw them into Tartarus, the underworld prison of suffering. Yet Gaea loved all of her children, and she could not forgive Uranus for his cruelty. She made a diamond sickle for her youngest son, Cronus, and with it he defeated his father. Gaea later married her son Pontus, the ocean, and the Titans took charge of the universe. They were the ancestors or parents of most of the 12 Olympians discussed here below, though it was through their children that they too were eventually overthrown. 1. Oceanus, Titan god of the sea and water. The eldest of the Titans, Oceanus was married to his sister Thetis. Together the two produced over 6,000 spirits of the oceans and streams, known as the Oceanids. In fact, Oceanus and Thetis were far too fertile, and their union began to cause floods, so they divorced to stop all the damage they were causing. He gave over his realm to Poseidon after the rise of the Olympians, but Zeus allowed him to continue to live as a simple god of the ocean. 2. Thetis, Titan goddess of fresh water. When Cronus became paranoid and his wife, Gaea, wished to protect her children, she brought Hera to her sister Thetis, who raised her as her daughter. Later, as a favor to Hera, Thetis punished Callisto and Arcas, a lover and child of Zeus, by forbidding their constellations from touching the sea. They were forced to continuously circle the sky without rest. We know those constellations as Ursa Major and Ursa Minor, or the Big and Little Dippers. 3. Hyperion, Titan god of light and observation. Hyperion was the Titan god of light, wisdom, and vigilance. He married his sister Thea, and they gave birth to Helios, the sun, Selene, the moon, and Eos, the dawn. Hyperion and 3 of his other brothers, Coeus, Crius, and Iapetus, formed the 4 pillars that separated and held the heavens above one another. According to one of the more horrifying Greek traditions, the same 4 pillars pinned their father down while Cronus castrated Uranus with his sickle. 4. Thea, Titan goddess of the sun and light. Thea, the goddess of light, was also a ravishing beauty, perhaps the loveliest of the 6 Titan daughters. She was the goddess of light, and therefore the perfect match for her brother, Hyperion. She also imbued gold, silver, and precious gems with their radiant shine, and spoke through an oracle at Thyotis in Thessaly. 5. Coeus, Titan god of the oracles, wisdom, and foresight. Coeus was the keeper of the Pillar of the North. He was the Titan god of intellect, and married his sister Phoebe. Their children, Asteria and Leto, were foundational figures in later mythology. Both daughters were pursued by Zeus. Asteria turned into a quail and drowned herself in the Aegean Sea, but Leto bore Zeus 2 children, the twins Apollo and Artemis, who became powerful Olympians.